Hi, my name is Matt from ClickBid, and in this brief tutorial, I'm going to show you a little bit about our new event reporting that we've created to take all of the event data that you have and put it into an organized set of reports that you can use and quickly go to. What I would recommend is typically after the event, once you've started to receive payments and so on, we're going to have a lot of that data organized in a way that really helps you take a look at that data, dissect the data. You can export some of that data, and if you want to import it into a CRM that ClickBid doesn't currently integrate with, it's all available to you. You're going to find this under the in the admin under the Reports tab, Post-Event Data. So briefly, how this report is built is we have 7 tabs, so summary all the way to bidders, and that's organized the reporting into those categories to help you find what you're looking for quickly. Once you're in any one of these tabs, you can see to the left there's a tab Contents. This will tell you every individual report that's in this tab. So for instance, in the summary, we have event grand total all the way down to bidder stats. And this is really helpful. Again, the summary is going to give you kind of overview information. We try to design it and lay it out in a way that will make some sense visually as well as numerically. And yeah, so let's take a look at one of these specifically. Let's take a look at the processing report. It's kind of right in the middle. So again, we have the sum of transactions, the percentages of fees paid, and then we have a details report. Many of these reports will have at the top, they'll be broken down into, in the top section will be a summary, some totals, and then underneath will be details. A lot of times what you're looking for is just a list of data that you can do something special that you do as an organization in, Excel or Google Sheets or in a CRM, and you just need to get your hands on that raw data. So in any one of these reports, any one of these blocks here, if you move your mouse to the top right corner, you're going to get a 3-dot icon. If you click on that, you can download the results and you can choose whether to download as a CSV or an XLSX file for Microsoft. And that will give you this full report here formatted for one of those external editors. Within the report, however, you can definitely do sorting. We do try to put some highlighting here that if somebody did pay, for instance, in this report, if the donor did pay the processing fees, then we include that. So one of the things I'm excited about with this report, for instance, in particular, is that we tell you how much the process was for in the credit card transaction for $103.63. But what we also break down is how much was assessed in processing fees for the organization. How much did they pay? And then how much did the donor opt in to pay? And so therefore, how much was actually donated or deposited in the nonprofit's checking account that was linked when they set up their merchant account? So in this case, somebody did not opt to pay for the credit card fees, and so $96.50 ended up in the checking account. This is a great report to help you determine, does everything balance out? Does everything reconcile? If you're looking for a grand total, you can come up here to the top where it says how much was processed on credit cards and how much were refunded, how much were the fees that were assessed in ClickBid's 3.5%, how much of those fees were donated, and then how much went to the organization. And we also give you a percentage quickly of how much of the fees were donated to the nonprofit. And so 72% of all fees assessed with credit card transactions was given back to the organization by the donor, which is great. We typically see around 80% plus. And so this is how we break down all of our reports without going into specific detail on each one. We do have a bids over time. When we try to do, again, at the top of the report, we try to show you some basic information, some summaries, some totals, and so on. But then we do want to get down into the nitty gritty. If you wanted to get the entire bid history of your event, you could download and you can get access to all of that here. So if you were looking to see, hey, what items did do the best? How many, which item had the highest number of bids? And so we do maybe give you some summaries, but you can also then pull that down and look at it in just incredible detail offline as well. And again, remember, all you have to do is come over to the right side of the screen of any one of these kind of content blocks, and then you can choose that download results option. All right. Well, I won't get too much further into it. I think that's certainly good to get you started. Again, if you have any questions on any of these, you can just pop over to a tab. You can look at the tab contents, and then you can see these reports. This is real-time data that's pulled when you load the report. So when I go to event payments, it's actually pulling that data immediately from the database. So it's always real-time, especially when you're looking for any kind of unreconciled amounts. So how much has yet to be paid for, then this is always going to be accurate in real time. All right, well, if you have any questions, certainly don't be afraid to ask, and we are always here to help.